I think we'll go ahead and get started. It's 5:59 and 7/8.
7/8, how many seconds is that?
I don't know, you'll have to figure it out. This is the North Township Advisory Board meeting for Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. It's now 6 o'clock. First item on the agenda this evening is approval of the December 10th, 2025 minutes. Members have been provided a copy prior to the meeting. Do you have any corrections or additions?
I do not.
Okay, none noted. I would entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved with the notation that there's a copy of the minutes at the back of the room.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Next item, establish board positions for North Township Advisory Board. So the ones we normally do first are the chair, the secretary, and member positions. Do we have any nominations for those positions?
I nominate Steve Barber for secretary.
That's a lot of work.
Do a wonderful job.
You wanna still do, you can have it just a general discussion if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine, let's do that.
Are you willing to do president again?
I can. I'm fearful if I have to do minutes. You do such a good job, but I don't think I could do as good a job on the minutes, but, you know.
Okay,
And I would do that if asked,
okay.
but,
I'm willing to do that.
okay. I'll second that then,
Okay,
all right? And so for the position of secretary, the motion's been made and seconded for Steve Barber. Signify by saying aye. Aye.
aye.
Okay. And then for board chair,
Steve Davenport, would you be so honored to take the position?
I would, yes.
All right.
Okay.
I move that we nominate Steve Davenport for president.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor of that motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next is board position for the Board of Finance. And Steve Barber has been on the Board of Finance for us to track the investments of the township. Is that something you'd be?
I'd like, would you be willing to do that? It's really not that much.
It's not much. It's when the CDs come due, we get a notice from the bank. I let you know, you reach out to the bank to figure out what the options are for the CDs and determine whether or not you want to roll that into either a 9-month or a 15-month, whatever the offerings are at that point in time. I go into the bank and I sign the paperwork once you've decided what you want to do with it.
I will take the position for this year.
I so nominate and move.
And I'll second that motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Next is establish board positions for North Township LaPaz Fire Territory Protection Territory. Fire Protection Territory, I'll get that right.
So 2026 is a year that the township will have the majority. I still would prefer not to sit on the board myself, given my marriage to the fire chief. So at some point in the future, a future trustee may opt to sit in that position, but I'd prefer not to, which means we would need 3 people to sit on the territory board. One of them would be sitting in my position that I would delegate to them. So it would be 2 members that you guys would vote on from the 3 of you. And then potentially, if all 3 of you are interested in serving on the territory board, then the 3rd person would be appointed by me. I do know that Lisa Knapp is still willing to sit on the territory board if all 3 of you are not interested in sitting on the board yourselves.
So just to clarify, there's 5
Positions
members
on the board.
Territory.
Yes,
There's 2 from LaPaz, 2 from
the township.
Township, and you.
Yes.
And that actually constitutes a majority, so that's 3. And
Yes.
so now this year, they get,
We get 3 this year, they get 2. Where last year they had 3, we had 2, my position and 1 person from the board. It's just that Steve Davenport was sitting on the board, you opted to let me delegate my position to you.
Okay.
And they select a board chair from the town.
Correct,
Yeah.
That's the balance
yes.
then for that, so. So the question is, who would be willing to serve on the fire territory board?
I'm okay with that.
Judy?
You don't want to?
Well, I can, but if you would like to, I mean,
I can
Or
try.
all 3 of you can. I mean, if all 3 of you are interested in sitting on the board, then we have that ability to do that. It would just be one of you would
I'm interested in
be,
that, but if these 2 want to take the positions and then,
okay,
yeah. I'm interested in that,
okay.
okay.
So I move that we name myself and Judy as the representatives from the board.
I'll second that motion.
It's a little unusual, but I can move to be myself.
Okay,
And do we have a second?
Second,
okay.
Okay.
Motion been made and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, the ayes have it.
Steve, are you interested in sitting in my
I am,
position?
if it's, yeah,
That's, okay.
How do you do that formally? Just announce it here, or
Yeah, I mean, I think I've stated on the record that I don't want to
Right.
sit in that position myself. I think that would be a conflict of interest.
I arrange with that? I mean, that's.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
It's just outside our area.
Judy, you'll find it's really not going to be much different than this board.
okay.
Yeah. So you don't need to anticipate that it's going to throw you for a loop or anything like that. It
Yeah,
operates
well-
very similarly.
I just go like, what am I getting myself into?
okay. Next is trustee update.
Oh, I don't have much. We have our meeting next week. That is the 14th. We have our joint meeting with the town where we will present the annual financial report. The only information that will be discussed during that joint meeting is the stuff pertaining to the fire territory. They won't hear about our general fund and all of that. They don't need to have all of that information as well. So we have that joint meeting followed immediately by the township meeting, where we will be going over the annual financial report. As I already stated, but it wasn't on the record, each of you have a manila folder there with all of the prepared documents, so that way you have time to review them ahead of next week. We had asked the state for the reconsideration of the 1782 notice, and I never received a response, but I did get the certified budget order from the county. that they did not increase our territory general levy by the 0.0333 that we had indicated that we would like. So why they have us submit and ask for changes for that to fall on deaf ears is beyond me, but there we are. So we are proceeding with our levy being 0.0333 less than what we had anticipated. I'm sure that the constituents will be happy with that. So we are where we are. I had also asked when I had submitted that reconsideration for clarification on when we could adopt the capital asset plan to avoid this issue in future. Again, I have not received a response on that, but I did go into the documents when I was preparing the annual financial report. And some of the information that they want on the capital asset plan is information that would be pulled from our budget prep documents on Gateway. So I don't feel like we can really even do that until July, once those documents are available on Gateway.
So that'll need to be done just for purposes of thinking into the future, somewhere between
July 1st and September 30th. And I think that we should plan to, when we are going through our budget discussions, we will adopt our capital asset plan and get that submitted sooner rather than later.
Good. Thank you.
Other than that, we've got several things on the calendar plan list for this year. We'll likely be making some revisions to the township assistance guidelines because those should be updated annually. We'll discuss the cemetery plan for fencing. We will discuss the library cards and what we intend to do for that beginning in 2027. What else? If we need to make any updates to the employee manual as things change and whatnot. Those are all things that are on my overview of the year at this point in time. So if there's anything that you would like to see added, let me know. That is all I have at this point.
All right. Good to the order announcements from the fire department.
All right, so first of all, we've got 3 firefighters in the Marshall County Academy to get their fire certs currently. And then there's one that will be joining them after they get through the Fire 1 portion that still needs his Fire 2 to finish out his cert. So we'll have a total of 4 probably into May, first part of June, I think is when they're done.
And that's for fire 1
That'll be
and 2?
hazmat,
or- Oh, okay,
Fire 1 and Fire 2,
okay,
so.
okay.
And then we have 3 people in the advanced class that's starting tonight for advanced EMT class. So, Mobile 1 has all the equipment on it, it's in service, ready to run. And then the last thing that I have is the air packs that we replaced.
So the
We-
old ones,
the
not
old
the new
ones.
ones.
Yeah, the old ones that we replaced. What would you guys like to do with them? I have one department that may be interested in a few of them. And then our other thought was maybe donating the ones that they're not interested, that aren't in great shape, to the Plymouth CTE program for their training,
So for students.
for the students and stuff. But that's something from what I understand in the,
We looked at the interlocal
Interlocal,
agreement.
yeah.
One of the things that the territory board would do is discuss acquisition and disposition of assets, but it does specifically state disposition of assets that the territory acquired. These were acquired prior to the territory taking effect, so I think it would be okay for you guys to make a decision about what you would like done with those.
I think your guideline there would be good
okay,
to either or both of those,
okay.
yeah.
So do you guys just want me to have the department that's interested in the ones that are available, that are still usable, give you a like bid for what's left? Or do you wanna sell them each pack for $100? I mean, we're not gonna get a lot out of them, they're all used, so.
Yeah, the value on them is low.
Right.
anyway,
Yeah.
But, my thought is, you know, if you can get something out of them, it's better than nothing.
Okay.
I've
So-
seen them go through a public auction,
Right,
not these, but nearby, and they just brought
right,
$2 or $3 a piece.
right, so I'll get with chief, and then I'll get with the chief that's interested in them, get a price for you guys, or whatever they're willing to give, and try and get that back to you guys, so you guys can make a decision.
I guess if we could have it before next week, if
Yeah,
they can move
if
that
he can-
quickly.
if
Yeah, he may
can
not be
get-
able to.
He may be able to give us a number that he's willing to do,
Sure,
but I don't know if he'll get his approval that quick, but.
Okay.
My thought is we just approve him to dispose of them for as much as he can get out of them.
Okay,
and then
Yes.
donate the
Worry
remainder.
about, we're not gonna dicker on price. I'm
No.
not
okay,
gonna-
and then just donate the rest to the CT program?
Yeah.
Okay,
I so move.
Okay,
I
Sounds good.
second.
moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
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 All right, thank you, Chad.
It's on you.
no, that's fine. Other than that, I don't really have anything that I think needs attention today. We probably are gonna wanna push forward with the more full-time people sometime here, as soon as we can get a territory meeting set up and discuss that, get the approval to start that process. So,
And I'd like to thank you for the lovely dinner.
you're welcome. I'm glad you was able to make it.
Thank you.
But other than that, I don't have anything else that I know of.
Okay.
You
Unless
can be Alice tonight if you like.
No, thank you. I'm
Okay.
fine.
Unless you have questions for me.
Uh,
Go ahead.
So I just wanna make the board aware that I've received a, communication from, a patron, concerns about, responses and times. And, I've passed those on, to Mr. Haskins, and with him not being here, we'll just, address that, next week at our scheduled meeting.
I think that will give the fire department time to pull together
Yeah,
different stats, call volume. The response time I know is a little difficult.
It's runnable, it'll be a lump number, it won't be specified daytime or nighttime. So it's gonna skew the number will be a little skewed,
Yeah, because I mean, the daytime response time is wonderful,
pretty decent.
because they're here during the day, but
And
during the
that's
night
6 to-
hours, it's
that's
still
6 to
volunteer.
6, is that right?
Correct.
Yes, 6 to 6, and that's Monday through Sunday, that's 7 days a week.
Now, yeah.
So, but it's 6 PM to 6 AM is still run on a volunteer basis.
Right,
So, which I know Mr. Barber and I had corresponded via email already regarding that.
so, but anyways, other than that, I don't have anything that I know of, and
Okay. Nothing else noted? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
I first did.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, ayes have it.